Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Oh, Radhika. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, everybody. Thank you for coming. So we'll read a little bit soon. I found a nice little spot here. It's a little bit hot, but I got a nice cool river here. Yeah, pretty nice. Been here before. Okay, Krishna. Let's do our sacrifice. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. You guys can come on if you want. I put the link is in the story and in the private chat here. See if you can see the link in the private chat. Let me know. It's important. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. It's also in the angels. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Picture's frozen. What do we got here? Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. All right, that works. Hare Krishna. How about in the private chat? Is it in a private chat? That's important. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Is the picture frozen for everybody else or just for me? Hari Hari, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Okay, so I'm going to refresh here. Frozen. Okay, so I would just refresh. Let's see. Oh, you know what? This thing's heating up. Okay, let's see. Okay, how do I refresh? Okay, I'll be right back. Is it working now? Let me know. Find out the experiments. Hare Krishna, refresh. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Radhe Govinda, Radhe Govinda, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Oh boy. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare. It's a little bit too wild. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Gauranga, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. 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 Gauranga, Nityananda. So, great little Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Tell me if it starts freezing. Tether. Oh. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. All right, let's read a little Prahlad Maharaj. Let's see what. Chapter 9. Lord Prahlad pacifies Nrsimhadev with prayers.
Thanks for using.
So, oh yeah, chat. Let's see. There is sound. Okay, the sound is now. Okay. All right. So now I know what it is. Okay, let me take that. Okay. You know, the problem is this thing is pretty kind of nice. Okay, so just 1 second here. Let me ice this thing down. We'll just do a little doing this here. Do it this way. Changes. Okay. If I lose you, I'll be back here. So I'm going to ice this thing down. Oops. Little ice. Oh, I know what to do. I'm still learning this program a little bit here, so bear with me. Strength is good. Let me know if the sound gets better. Now I put the chat overlay. You can see the chat. Yeah, write something in the chat, guys. Some ice for this thing. Right? We're getting it together gradually here. Yeah, where I'm at, it's kind of hot here. Okay. Ta-da. Can somebody write something in the chat? Lord is enjoying. Waiting there. It's not showing. Oh, here we go. All right. Yeah, write something. Let's see. Yeah. Write something in the chat again. Let's see if the overlay is. Let's see. Oh. So Prahlad pacifies Lord Nishinga with prayers. Okay, yeah, it's working. Okay. All right. This is Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 7, Chapter 9. Text 1. The great saint Narada Muni continued. The demigods headed by Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva, and other great demigods, dared not come forward before the Lord, who at that time was extremely angry. Okay, it's going to be intermittent. Okay, we're back there. Source, spiritual, so true. Okay, the great saint Narada Muni continued. Oh, yeah, right. Text 2. The goddess of fortune, Lakshmiji, was requested to go before the Lord by the demigods present, who, because of fear, could not do so. But even she had never seen such a wonderful and extraordinary form before, and thus she could not approach him. Thereafter, Lord Brahma requested Prahlad Maharaj, who was standing very near him, My dear son, Lord Nishingadev is extremely angry at your demoniac father. Please go forward and appease the Lord. Narada Muni continued, O king, although, oh dear king, uh, although the exalted, although the exalted Maharaj was only a little boy, he accepted Lord Brahma's words. He gradually proceeded towards Lord Nishingadev and fell down to offer to offer his respect. Oh my God. Oh, the pastimes of the Lord is. You got to be mad to appreciate it. It's worth it. Oh, world may think you're crazy. Doesn't matter, man. It's such a high. It's so perfect. So purifying. So so pure. So doesn't matter what anybody thinks. It's worth it, man. It's worth it. Nobody understands you. That's amazing. We have a few people coming. Fantastic. That's the witness. Become ecstatic here, relishing this intimacy with Lord Jesus Krishna, your worshipful being. This exchange. Completely, not even these great gurus. Well, I think there's this. This is everything. This is the improvement. Yeah. Uh, when Lord Nishingadev saw the small boy, Prahlad Maharaj prostrated at the soles of his limbs. He became most ecstatic in affection for this devotee. Raising Prahlad, the the Lord placed his lotus hand upon the boy's head. You know, see, all these things are they're metaphors in these scriptures and uh, esoteric truths. The Lord saw his devotee, see, and uh, he became most ecstatic and affectionate because he's affectionate to his devotees, his surrendered devotees. Uh, raising Prahlad, see, raising just by the Lord glancing at his devotee. The devotees raised. See? That's why we approach by the obeisances this path. The real devotees, you approach with obeisances with respect and here I'm facing the spiritual potency. Oh, oh. And the associates of the Lord represent that spiritual potency. Giving honor to them, you're giving honor to the true Lord because they're the empowered version of the Lord. Satchit. See, so they teach the art and the science of surrender to the transcendent Lord, so the souls become accepted and approach the spiritual potency, Satchitananda, and those who represent that potency with respect and obeisances like that. And then the Lord comes close and lifts you. You feel it. You experience being lifted up to the spiritual platform. See, these metaphors also. These things happen, but they're also metaphors of how the spiritual potency acts in our lives in this process. Otherwise, if we don't recognize where Satchitananda is in this world and don't give respect to it, we're not picked up by the Lord and raised to the spiritual platform. See, so that's the secret. See, everybody in the world is still in Maya, in the mode of passion, mode of ignorance, mode of goodness, because they pay respect and honor and worship to these modes. Even the mode of goodness, a lot of people are not clear that there's something transcendental to it. Or they may understand intellectually, but they don't know how it shows up. See, they don't know like in Zen, they call suchness. Everything has a quality. Well, Satchitananda has it's the only pure thing, pure potency in this universe when it appears here. It appears through the Lord's devotees. So, what do we? My old friends think I've lost my mind, but really I found the missing piece. Exactly, Krishna. Now I have a peace of mind and bliss beyond words. I get truly high, not a fake drug high. Exactly. This is it, man. So Cole, you and everybody else that simply does this offers respect to this preaching here. The preaching that we're doing is Satchitananda preaching. It's teaching and exhibiting the transcendental potency and its principles. So those who become attracted think, "Oh wow, this is really great," and everything, and give respect to this preaching. See? Um, and giving respect to this bhakti, respect to these words you're raised. The Lord comes close and raises you to the spiritual platform just like he does his associate. What do you think the secret is here? What am I teaching here? The secret. I just praise the Shuddha Bhakti potency. And I distinguish that from the material potencies, even goodness, even liberation. That ain't good enough. Goodness ain't good enough. Liberation ain't good enough. No, we glorify, we exhibit it. Prema Bhakti. That is the highest attainment, that is the gold, man. The gold standard we preach. That's why I feel so good sharing this with you. To get the order. But what a privilege this is. That's why I don't care. The whole world. I was preaching for 25 years, such knows, and very few people were taking it seriously. It was worth it. I knew, that eventually it's the truth. What we're preaching is the truth. Jesus knew the same thing. He was preaching truth. And look what happened. It's the same thing. We're preaching the real truth that is rarely understood and known even by these great gurus, current gurus. Now, they don't understand. I'm telling you, they don't. I've explored, I've checked them out, and they don't understand this. But you do. And see, the Lord comes close and embraces you, and you become a witness. See, you're raised to the spiritual platform, just like the verse. See, Prahlad was a devotee, real devotee, genuine devotee. See? And the Lord knew it. He's very affectionate to his devotees. It's reciprocal. Why? Because Prahlad is very naturally affectionate to the Lord. He loves the Lord's transcendental manifestation. He wasn't afraid of the Lord in anger like this. He wasn't challenging him. Why are you angry, man? Don't you know God's not supposed to get angry? The Lord can do whatever he wants. It's all beautiful, even these forms. So, Canto 7 represents the arms of the Lord. Beautiful one. Good cantos, exactly. The Lord is the source of all spiritual exercise. Right. Yeah. Hey, this is working good. I like this. Hey, this stand. Janaki, all right. Janaki's here too. Hey. Yeah. It's so nice. It's so nice when you find a great spot. Ooh. Just like a bee, a wasp. Let's get him. So anyway, this is isn't this such a privilege to manifest, to be able to be empowered to manifest these devotional feelings and symptoms of praying, and also to teach about these and its glories and how important it is, based on our own personal experiences. Wow, how unique that is. It's not only it's confirmed in a book, but also in our, our actual experience, life experience, man. I'm telling you, this is amazing. This is unusual. This is the more to tell you that Jesus was talking about, man. That people couldn't bear, but persons like Cole, nice Christians like Cole, he's ready. He's open, man. He wants to, he's going for it. So that's why he's here, man. That's why his other friends, think he's crazy, and they're probably Christians, because they can't bear that more to tell, but he can, and is it and liking it too. Right. Way to go, Cole. That's why the Lord keeps close. You keep close to him, he keeps close to you. Especially when we start breaking you through that Brahman thing. The virtues of being a good person, good devotee. Good is good, but not quite good enough. We want to get to the goodest. That's transcendental good. Okay. Checking the scene out. Who we got? Neighbors. Okay. Yeah, at least I got a pretty good connection. Feel great when things are working. Spot, place to stay, a nice river. You cool down, even though it's hot. Just jump in the river, and the internet connection. That's the gold standard. Then Krishna comes to top off. He's the icing on the cake. Hey, Amy, welcome. Thank you for coming, friend. So, okay. By the touch of Lord Nrsingadev's hand on Prahlad Maharaj's head, Prahlad Maharaj was completely freed of material contaminations and desires. Now, this is what, see, this is, you can relate to this when this is happening to you. See, this is how, this is being touched by the Lord. You ever hear Christians talk about this touch, being touched by the Lord? There was actually a TV series called Touched by the Lord. Because it is a touch, man. And that touch is a transcendental touch. And when you get that touch, when you get that transcendental embrace, you feel yourself literally purified of material contamination. And then you're able to preach. You know, it's like this idea when you see a devotee becoming ecstatic, everything, they become empowered with real, conclusive understanding. See, they're purified of whatever material contamination you pick up in this world. You know, just by being around the material energies, the Lord cleanses us with His. Isn't that wonderful? It's just amazing. Oh man, fantastic! I can't have the words that glorify that transcendental Lord good enough. I just feel so that close, and Him bringing me close, close to. It's just, it makes the world go around. Literally, kind of get a woozy. Woo! In a great way. Sorry. I didn't smoke anything. I didn't drink anything except the glories of the Lord. That's what I'm drinking, man. I'm drinking these glories. Fantastic, man. These are fantastic. I love conclusive truth, man. This Bhagavatam is Krishna. He's conclusive understanding. By the touch of the Lord Nrsingadev's hand on Prahlad. See, his hand is transcendental, man. He, he does that for his devotees in the unseen. You may not see it, but you see the symptoms. If you see a devotee ecstatic and the tears are coming, choking in the voice and all that, that's the transcendental hand and blessing of. That's the embrace. So that's happening here. That means the Lord is, you know, the Lord Chaitanya said, "You are my devotee." See, this is a disciplic line in a nutshell. It's so simple, man. As simple as anything. You devotees, you take trouble, you come to me, you love me, you know, you leave your families and everything just to meet with me. You have real, genuine, simple, genuine love for me. Therefore, I give you, and only you, my transcendental body. Now, you can sell it anywhere. You can give it away. You can sell it. You set the price to whoever you please. Okay? Now, that works here. You notice it works. You can see the symptoms of this working. You could see the symptoms of the devotees getting the embrace of Lord Chaitanya and Radha and Krishna. They have something to testify about. Isn't that amazing? Doesn't that feel good to stand up for that truth? Because that's the salvation of others. More than that. That's their liberation and more. See? That's their eyes. They're looking around at all this blindness. They're looking at gurus who don't have that. Can you imagine? Sorry, but that's the truth. Most of 99.9% of these leaders in Vaishnavism are not liberated souls, and they just not. Yeah, you got to see the symptoms of that. Not this guy is. I've had it with this no-show thing. I've had this, if you have a tear for God, wipe it. That's what they've been telling me since the very beginning. Oh, how dare you, how offensive you are for showing bhakti. Okay? Yeah, well, if you don't show that, nobody knows what is truth. Nobody knows what is the greatest happiness. Nobody knows what is the greatest purification. Everybody thinks, oh, well, you're showing rules and regulations, and you're showing ceremonies and all that. And if we see any bhakti, we're going to stop it immediately. If we see the tears of real purification, that is 1,000 times more powerful than following a zillion rules. Just the tears in the eyes. We're going to stop you. See, those persons don't know their Lord, that they're worshiping there in name only. You want to go, if you want to worship the Lord in truth, okay, you got to go deeper. And that is taught here. Otherwise, you just go on, you make a big show, people follow your show, and you both die blind. The blind leave the blind. You both fall in the ditch. Doesn't matter. The Dodi ain't going to liberate you. The rubber stamp of the GBC is not going to deliver you. No. Ecstatic devotion is going to deliver you. The real embrace and touch of the transcendental hand of the Lord is going to deliver you. And that comes through the real disciplic line, through a real empowered Vaishnava who has that love, for that prema for the Lord. There's no other way, man. You can chant with till blue in the face, with offenses, can you imagine? Just think, it's not even logical. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. See, and then you have a devotee who has this transcendental relationship, and you don't even like them. You don't even take the time to meet them and meet with them and learn from them. And Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. You know how long okay, fine. You're going to get there eventually, but it's an eventual many lifetime trip for you. Look at that little waitress out there. Yeah, she like, oh wow, this is fantastic. And the Lord gives himself to her. Gives her his touch. And she knows it, she feels it, just by the fact she appreciates this preaching. Okay? And glorifies it. See, appreciates the word. You don't think you're going to get mercy when you stand up? She stands up more than a lot of the devotees been here for years. Stands up and says, hey man, this is awesome, man. This is fantastic. You don't think the Lord likes that attitude? Well, yeah, learn from that little waitress over there. Learn from Lalita Ganga, man. The Lord is touching her. She's not afraid to show the world. She shows the world, hey man, this is what real bhakti is. She's showing by her example, even though people call her the devil and this and that and everything. She says, I don't care, man. Now that's love. Really, you want to know what love is? That's love. Standing up there, and know that you're purifying the whole universe because the Lord is touching you and you're touching the world, or the Lord is touching the world through you. Now that's pretty dedicated. Even though most of the world, what are you doing? Blah, blah, blah. You don't know. Well, you're going to know because this is the truth. Okay? The truth is pure love of God and the tears and the choking and this kind of worship, man. That is the Lord, man. If you don't like that Lord, you don't know Krishna, man. I don't care what kind of dhoti and color you've got on your dyed dhoti. It's all it is a bunch of dye. You don't like devotees like Lalita or anybody here that worships with tears and holy laughter and all of that. Well, then you don't love the Lord yet. That's just the simple truth, man. And until you can admit that, you'll just prance around the stage with your big sticks, man. You're not impressing God and you're not impressing his devotees. I just have a big mouth about it. I just proclaim your stupidity. That's all. I don't care, I'd rather you hear that you're a stupid fool than you going around your whole lives with spinach on your teeth and nobody telling you. And then you die with spinach on your teeth and a big false ego thinking, oh, I thought I was going to go to Krishna Loka. No, you're not. No, not until you give respect to the Lord's representatives representing the transcendental potency in this world, not representing a show bottle, not representing something else other than prema. The Kali age is so upside down, backwards. The ones who say they are the most religious with their big shows are the ones causing the bonding. Yeah, that's called hypocrisy. Man. So you got the hypocrisy in the world and you got it in religion. It's just there. It's an obstacle. But the real associate of the Lord, the real spiritual master removes that obstacle. First he demonstrates, like we're demonstrating here. I don't afraid of that. Aren't you afraid of blaspheming pure devotees? Where? What pure devotees? Where are the symptoms? What, the no-shows? No, I don't believe that. I believe they're bluffing. I'm calling their bluff, man. Just think of this as a poker game. You know, for your bet, I'm betting on your soul because you believe the bluffers. You go down with the bluffers. I call them out, man. Prove you're not a bluffer. For your benefit out there, for the benefit of ISKCON devotees, Prabhupada disciples, I call their bluff. I ain't afraid. Huh. I know who I worship. I love it, man. Man, I'm like Prabhupada. I go for the rhinoceros, man. I want to take down Maya's stronghold. You know how Christians talk about the devil has strongholds? Well, the Maya has strongholds in religion, in ISKCON, in Gaudiya Samiti, in Gaudiya Math. I'm going to take them all down. It's war. See the war paint? It's war, warrior. I was reading, you know, Krishna says those who are in the mode of ignorance are angry. You know, they're angry, and Arjuna said, "Oh, maybe I'm maybe I'm also going to hell because I get angry." And Krishna said, "No, no, no, not you, Arjuna. You're a warrior. You're doing this for your religious war." That's the same thing. You think I get angry because I hate people? I hate Jaipataka or Radhanath or any of that. I hate them. Why should I hate them? If you have, I just want to help them. Yeah, but takes some kind of potency. This is war on the Maya. See? Hey man, any Maya, prove us wrong, right? Isn't that a fair deal? Prove us wrong that you got prema, that you can deliver your disciples. Otherwise, step aside, man. Let us deliver them. Yeah, very easy here. If anybody comes and listens to this preaching here, you become a scholar. Listen to the little waitress there is more of a scholar than Radhanath or what's his name, Acharya Dev. More of a scholar. You know why? Simply because she's found the real path. She's found the real potency, Satchidananda, and they have it. They have it, but they haven't don't. They have it. They're worshiping the Krishna, Satchidananda Krishna, but they're not. They don't know what it is. They need to meet the real representative of Lord Chaitanya and Radha and Krishna, Satchidananda, when they're exhibiting and not hiding. See? So this is being exhibited now. Satchidananda and Amy's coming. Oh yeah. So thank you for being an example, by the way. And anybody else, Cole's coming. All you guys, you're coming and you're reaping the benefit. What is that? Closeness with my Lord. Okay? They don't got it. So therefore, I prove logically that anybody coming here is spiritually advanced off the get-go just by appreciating that preaching, by listening patiently and honestly coming to the conclusion that this is the best. Hey, I have. What do you think? That's why I'm here. If there was some better preaching, I'd be there. So Amy says, I was reading today and thinking about how amazing it was for Srila Prabhupada to come to the West and preach here. He did it so this world would happen, and it's 2021, and here it is. It's amazing. Yeah, this is the time for the finishing work. He set the stage. Everybody now believes in Krishna. All they have to do is believe in the Satchidananda representative and not the bogus, not people, the false representatives. Bottom line is you got to get it as it is. As it is the guru who is a prema bhakta, who is absorbed in mellows of devotion, is the right association. Okay? To get into Vrindavan. Yes, doesn't that make sense? And those who don't like that association, they're not getting in, and neither are their disciples until they correct that fault. And I'm here to help correct that fault. Nothing wrong with that, huh? Yeah. So we see If you meet the real spiritual master, they dissipate. It's just by the book, man. They're empowered by the real God, the real true God, the Lord of Jesus, the Lord of John, Paul, and all that. They're all part of the family. The Lord of Prabhupada, the Lord of Bhaktisiddhanta. The real guru is like that. And they're empowered to say whatever the Lord wants them to say according to this time, this place, and this circumstance. And that's a lot now. The Lord ain't holding back much. Yeah, it is an adventure. Okay, it's great. Thank you. See, by the touch of the Lord Nishingadeva's hand on Prahlad Maharaj's head, Prahlad was completely freed from all material contamination. He's a devotee, man. You know, you want to know how to get the touch of the Lord. This is the Lord's hand, man. These words are the Lord's hand. See, and when they are placed on the head of a devotee, because they have devotion and relationship with the Lord, they're the word, the name, the fame, the qualities. See, that's the hand of the Lord, the blessing of the Lord, man. Devotees live for that. Like Jesus said, I'm not here to please people like you Pharisees. I'm here to please God. He knew what it pleases God. Preach the truth, uncompromising. Without fear. Oh, if I say the unpopular truth, then they'll disown me. I'll be excommunicated. Then I won't have any buildings to live in. You know, I won't have any real estate property. It's called material. That's religion. We're here to break people free from that. Why it's a little tough to be here sometimes. It's worth it. Yeah. Okay. Keep the comments coming, man. When you get something inside, write it down. And I have something more to talk. So, Prahlad was completely freed from all material contaminations and desires, as if he had been thoroughly cleansed. See, this is the bath that devotees take that nobody knows. They think that's why it's not enough just to be a Brahmin, man. You got to take this bath. This is the real bath. Like Lord Shiva, he's so deep into this ecstatic worship that he forgets to take a bath. He doesn't even take a bath. He takes a bath this way. See, and people in the mode of goodness fault him. Daksha says, look at him, he never takes a bath. He's taking a bath all the time. You know, ecstatic devotion is the real bath, man. And everybody, you want to be delivered, you need to learn from the real devotees who take that ecstatic bath every day. See, you learn how important it is being close to those devotees by you giving respect and honor to the preaching of this transcendental word and ecstasy. Satchidananda preaching. The Lord gives you his bless. Oh, wow. And now you feel, oh, this is the truth, man. And you become a witness. I pray to live to be 115 years old so I can always have your guidance in this life. Oh, that means I have to live longer than that. I don't know if that's going to happen. I'm a lot older than you already. I have to live to 100 and have to live to 160 or more. Yeah. So this is where it's all leading, man. This kind of why do you think Jesus was so ecstatic preaching about the Holy Spirit? Because it's where everything's going. no Holy Spirit, you don't really understand Krishna. And you got to have this devotion. And it's so high, so deep, and so difficult to attain. You got to get it the way the Lord has ordained it, which is through his disciplic line. You got to get the mercy. You got to get the kripa, the bhakti lata kripa that gives you the inclination to worship the Lord ecstatically, with attachment and the tears and all that. You get that from the association of a real representative of Satchidananda God. That's the real God. Otherwise, somebody's representing some other level, something within the modes of nature, or even liberation. That ain't enough. So, purport in Bhagavad Gita by Bhaktivedanta. But Krishna is fully realized only by his pure devotees. Yeah, see, his purified devotee. Better, instead of everybody, they don't know what a pure devotee is. A lot of people, they're not very clear about it. Let's say purified devotee. Those who have that touch, see, that transcendental hand of the Lord gives them the purification of material energies and all of that stuff, material contaminations being in this world. That's why the devotees are ducking swans. They're always ducking into this pure devotional service. See, it cleanses everything. It's the real bath. See? So he's realized. See, real eyes. See, the devotees that get the real eyes, like the real eyes right here. I just read you. This is the realization. See, realize is realization. It's right there. A devotee who is purified transcendentally sees it, and that's why I comment on it. See, I comment that people, they usually read and read and read, but they don't get this experience until they hear from the devotee their realization and realize. They hear their realization. Then they get it. This is the process. Because we're here teaching. That's why people, look how fast they advance. Look at the housewives. Look at the waitresses. Look at anybody coming here. Look at the Christians. Look at Cole. He's a Christian, right? He comes here and gets all these deep experiences just by giving a little respect to this preaching. Okay? So, but Krishna is fully realized only by his pure devotees. See, blessed are the pure in heart, they shall see God. Who said that? Jesus Christ, right? So the pure heart comes from pure devotion, awakening. They shall see God. There he is. There he is. There he is. Yeah, look at there he is. You see him. Yeah, your heart is purified by devotion. See? As all surrender unto me, I reward them accordingly. See, surrender. So you surrender to teachers in the modes of nature, the Lord rewards you. Oh, you're worshiping a demigod, a guy in the mode of goodness, a guru in the mode of goodness. Oh, the Lord rewards you. Okay, you can become a Brahmin, a sannyasi, a Brahmin, like them. Oh, but pure devotional service? Oh, no. Unless they have it, they can't. They can't. They cannot give that, or the Lord can't give it through them. So the Lord has to say, okay, now here's my order. Give out, distribute pure devotional service. Whoever will believe your preaching will get my hand, my grandson. That's why it works here. That's why you guys can say, oh, this is Gohari, you're just a demon, you're just you don't follow anything, you're this, you're that, and all that. And I say, hey, well, what, believe my word. How about the works that God is doing? How about the works Krishna and Radha and Lord Chaitanya are doing? Awakening this pure love of God, the transcendental touch of the Lord, so that people can take this inner bath that nobody knows, that even these gurus don't even know. Look at the waitress can take a transcendental bath that these gurus can't do. I know. I look at them. I know who's getting the transcendental bath. This prema is a rare cleansing. This is why, you know, people here are chanting far beyond Ajamil. You know, Ajamil, he did one Namabas. Look at all the glories he attained by just one Namabas name, one name. Look at people who are chanting with prema here. When they chant, tears are coming in their head. They're actually feeling this attachment for Krishna. What do you think the result of that kind of chanting is? Goodbye, material existence. Easy. Oh, goodbye. I think I'll come back here and preach these glories because that's so nice to preach this truth in this world of darkness, man. It is hot. Ooh, I don't care if people can balk each other. Just nuts. What do you do? I'm in an insane asylum here. Everybody's nuts. But it's so glorious to shine the light. Okay? Pure devotional service. Glorify transcendence. Glorify Shuddha Bhakti. Give the world the light. Whether they ask for it or not, doesn't matter. The Lord has ordered. Prabhupada, 1996. Has my full, see, he didn't say approval only. He said, this has what you're doing has my full approval. See? You know how much backing that is? You know how much confidence I feel in preaching like this when I know the person I respect, the second person I respect more than anybody else in this world, other than Jesus, you know, the worshipable deity, is Prabhupada. He came to me and said, this has my full approval. I was like, hey, man, I'm your servant. And I knew it. When I was awakened by Prabhupada, and when I came back and was, because I was misled, and Maya is always trying to do, well, came back and realized, I'm your servant. I'm here. You got a mission. We're here to complete this mission. Now, finishing work. Teach people what is Shuddha Bhakti, man, because obviously the disciples are having a hard time figuring. So I reward them accordingly. For everyone is searching for Krishna in the different aspects of his manifestations. He's searching for Krishna. Different aspects of his manifestation in the material world. You know, in the mode of ignorance, they're searching for Krishna. In the mode of passion, searching for Krishna. In the mode of ignorance, person is, oh, is Krishna in this alcohol? You know, I want to get, you know, the person has too much drinking. They become, oh, Krishna must be in here. And so they become addicted and they just always drinking, you know, become alcoholics and everything because they're searching for Krishna. They think he's in that. Well, he is and he isn't. It's just not a very good manifestation. There's downsides about Krishna in the mode of ignorance. What do you think? Like Bill Gates, Fauci, they're looking for Krishna. Where? They're looking, he's to be in control of everything. That's my communion with God, where I can control Krishna. See, I can control all of humanity. That to them, that's controlling Krishna. Control. You know, manipulate. I want to manipulate God. See, so what you do is the living entities, you're laying that on them. They represent Krishna in this world, but not very well. You can control neophytes. See, everybody's looking for Krishna in different ways, different manifestations, in the form of control, in the form of money, in the form of vast wealth. Oh yeah, I want Krishna in that form. And then you always want more. You become addicted. And then you'll do it. You're so addicted, you become like, you know how drug addicts, they'll steal for their drugs and everything? You become like that, like Bill Gates and these Faucis and these guys will, by hook or crook, get what they want, money and control. Anything they'll do. What is the difference? Not much difference between, by hook or crook doing that. And the same thing, people wanted Bhakti Siddhanta in religion. People, his own disciples, many of them wanted him to leave. Okay? He even said, they want me to go. You're forcing me. I should stay here 10 more years. Why? Because they want to be controlled. And you got to get the real controller is the guru. He controls with love. See, but people, they want to get that in the wrong way, climb into the kingdom of God in some other way. That's the problem. You got to go in the door that's preached by the real devotee, from a unmotivated point of view, hopefully. Otherwise, it takes. You got to be motivated. Yeah, I want Krishna. I want him in his pure form. I want prema bhakti. Okay? I want prema bhakti. Otherwise, you'll go out there and follow these gurus who want something else. They're your guides for that. You come here, I'm not guiding you to become a big guru. That will come automatically. No, the kingdom of God is this relationship, this pure relationship with the Supreme Personality. See, that's the kingdom of God. And then all else, when the Lord sees, oh, look at this, you know what is real, you know me truly. Oh yeah, here, help my jewels who really also want this. Like Amy, she's a jewel. She told me her story that, she was fed up with stuff in the world. She wanted the truth. Okay? It shows it. The jewels. Yeah, Lalita Ganga also. She was. Yeah, this goes for everybody has a story. I can't go. So if I leave you out, it's just because I can't do the whole thing. So, like the Ganga, she, was not impressed with all these ISKCON persons teaching. This didn't float. She wanted the real thing. She wanted God. And boom. Krishna knows the hearts of people. That's the kind of persons that show up on this doorstep. This is the best association, man. This is fantastic association. I am so privileged to be in association with sincere, pure-hearted souls that come. If they need any, what do you call, straightening out, they go out for a while. The Lord straightens them out by Maya. Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Yeah. Mm. Oh. Mm. Okay, everybody take a deep breath now. So I may be able to go on. Let's take some deep breaths and meditate on the super soul. I got 8 people here. Oh, we have a good thing going. Let's try and keep it going. Thank you, Aman, for your great association. Aman is so fantastic. Pure-hearted person. Just pure. Heart of gold. A lot of, God, practically all of you have heart of gold. And if it's a little bit something there, the Lord is right here to finish off. Oh yeah, let's go. Okay. So therefore he at once became transcendently situated. See, this is why this is the easy way. You get the mercy, and you get the Lord has given this power, this ability to his devotees, that he becomes so pleased when you come and approach his real associates that you will get this experience very easily, without a lot of trouble. That's why he sends these representatives like that. You'll feel the symptoms of transcendence, and all the symptoms of ecstasy became manifest in his body, his heart filled with love, and his eyes with tears. Thus he was able to completely capture the lotus feet of the Lord. I think somebody wants. Yeah, I think I need to stop. It's getting so hot here. Duties. Okay, Hare Krishna. Thank you. Oh, and thank you, Alan, for watching here with such